What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the ActionSofa. We have just decided on how we're going to end the series. As soon as one of us can leave the planet, that's when we ditch second banana and go off to be a king amongst the stars. Oh, that armor might be a good idea because I blow up very easily. Yeah, let's do that. How much for an engine? 40,000. Okay, 4 more races and I can afford that.
All right, let's get this going.
Oh, so what I was saying at the end of the last episode, Duncan brought up a very good point in that there's a real landslide effect where as soon as one person starts winning, they basically have the advantage because I'm making more money, which means I can buy more upgrades, which means I can win more. That's not entirely fair.
Yeah, it's called in game design. It's called runaway leader problem.
Yeah.
And in racing games, it is particularly notable because there's literally a leader, and he's
literally running away.
Not literally running, but fairly close to literally running. Yeah, and then a lot of games, especially racing games, this happens quite a bit in video games at least, have what's called rubber banding. So as if there was a rubber band holding two people together, so that the farther ahead someone gets, the more likely it is that the game will basically give whoever's in behind an advantage. And there are some competitive people who might say that that's not a great thing, but it actually makes it makes
it more fair, and it generally makes it more fun.
Yeah, depending on how it's implemented.
Yeah, Mario Kart is a perfect example of bad rubber banding.
Well, Mario Kart has a couple of examples of rubber banding. So, the original Mario Kart on the old Super Nintendo, the computer sucks.
Yeah.
If the computer were just if the AI were just the way that it was without anything else, you would destroy it. You would destroy the AI over and over and over again. But the AI has some severe rubber banding built into it, which is good for them. But it means that basically every single time there's always one guy just right behind you, and I'm sure a lot of people remember that. That's because the Super Nintendo is basically keeping the game competitive for you.
Also, they have unlimited weapons, which they will hurl at you with wild abandon.
Wild abandon. Yeah, but the other thing with rubber banding though is that even player to player, Mario Kart tends to give players in the back better stuff.
And they will go faster. Maybe not in the most current ones, but I know you do get a speed boost if you're trailing behind. So you will see it a lot if it's a close race. You will just start pulling ahead on whoever is in first place, and then the instant you pass them, they will start passing you again.
Well, I don't know if that's true of most of them. I know that they made drafting a thing in I think it was Mario Kart 64.
Yeah, and I think
which is cool.
Well, yeah, maybe.
So for those of you who aren't familiar with racing, so drafting is when you basically trail behind another racer directly behind, and you
slip into their slipstream, which allows you to go faster because you don't have as much wind resistance.
You have very much less wind resistance because the person ahead of you is clearing it for you, and you actually go faster than the person ahead of you.
Yeah, but despite that, I played enough Mario Kart on the Wii, and I usually race with a motorcycle. And I know that if someone had the exact same motorcycle as me, we would slowly pass each other over and over again, just going on straightaways, because they would be going slightly faster, and then they pass me, and then I would be going slightly faster.
I think Mario Kart on the Wii, the Mario Kart 7 or whatever it was, had some fairly severe, unapologetic rubber banding going on.
And how? Despite the fact I'm in first, I'm not going to complain but I am driving like an asshole. Like anybody who's been watching me, I've been basically out of control this entire time. I'm ricocheting off walls, I'm hitting the water and spinning around like a doofus. Like, this is just stupid. I did not earn this first place at all.
Hey, no question here.
No, there shouldn't be. Like, if you watch this video, Duncan, and you don't watch our stuff, but if you do, watch this race, because it was bullshit. I don't know what was going on behind me, but that was insane.
Insane. All right, do I have... I think this is the last race.
I think if I win this, I can leave the planet.
Yeah.
I actually think I could have left the planet already, but I wasn't paying attention.
Probably.
Because I'm having fun.
I'm sure you are.
I am. I love this game.
Yeah, this is a good game. Oh. Got blowed up.
Jake should avoid mines. That's good advice, voiceover guy. Whoop! I almost flew off map.
I gotta say though that this game is quite a bit of fun, but I would enjoy playing a racing game that doesn't have this weird isometric view.
That's actually one of the things I love about this game is the weird isometric view.
It's cool. It's just it's really weird.
It's very difficult to get used to. Like if you're used to being behind your car, there's something about being in front of your car.
Yeah,
that is really strange.
Very disorienting.
Yeah, and your controls never change. Like to pull left, you always hit left, but it's just like you're looking at it from a 1/4 view or whatever it's called, and it's very off-putting if you're not used to it. Also, I've already won.
I have not done well.
As we've been playing, I've slowly been getting my chops back.
And I never played this game as a kid, so.
Yep, I had the advantage here for sure, of experience and handsomeness. Sorry, what was that last part? I blacked out. All right, well, enjoy living on Loserville forever, loser. I'm off to leave your loser friend behind.
That's pretty funny.
So despite the fact, I'll run this last race so people can see what happens when someone gets left behind. Despite the fact that I'm on the same planet, Duncan's just gone.
Left to wither in racing obscurity.
Yep. Whoops.
Rock and roll racing. So much rock and roll. Yeah.
Yeah, and so Duncan has been replaced with Rip's twin brother, Shred. So now it's me, Rip, Shred, and Bogart. Is this the race that I was just driving like an asshole in? Because I'm doing it again.
You are doing it again. That is for sure. Yeah, this game really doesn't. There's a lot of play within the pack. Like if you're in the pack, there's some interesting stuff going on. But the moment someone gets out into first, there's just nothing.
Well, and that can be said for a lot of games like this, the combat racing style, because like even with Mario Kart, you have that goddamn blue shell, which I hate, and love that they gave you a weapon to defend yourself against it in the most recent Mario Kart racing. But that blue shell is bullshit. Anyway, as soon as one person gets out front, everyone else is just gonna cock block every other person that's trying to get into first place. And so the guy in first place just runs away with it. And that's gonna happen every time if you have combat racing.
Well, if it's only combat, though, that's the thing that's interesting about a lot of the Mario Kart stuff. Is there's a lot of weapons that you can use to kind of edge ahead of whoever's directly in front of you. But there's also a lot of stuff that just makes you go faster and lets you take shortcuts and just gives you a bit of an edge just in terms of getting ahead of people, regardless of whether or not they get screwed over in the process. So it's less about screwing the person in front of you and more about just getting more speed.
Yeah, but yeah, getting away from that pack is a huge part of Mario Kart. I don't know if you saw it, but I tried to shoot myself with a rocket there at the end. If you hit the warp pads, also look at that car that's smashed off the edge there. If you hit the warp pads just as you fire a missile, you can sometimes shoot yourself in the ass.
Yeah, in watching you, I don't have the precision of movement that you do. I was not racing the way that you are. I was hitting the walls all over the place.
I don't know if it's because there's less pressure now that there's not another human racer. I'm making my turns a lot better. Maybe it's that I have a whole screen to look at. I don't know, but
that might make things a little easier.
Yeah, and the track, like I said, these things turn on a friggin' dime.
Jeez. You're getting ready to lap these computer players.
Yeah. Whoop. Whoa.
That was dicey.
Yeah, see again, this one I will accept that I am dominating this race.
Yeah, you are you're doing your thing. That is real.
So that's how rock and roll racing goes. Maybe if people really love their shred. Maybe if people really love this, I will bring it back and I can show everyone the rest of the planets. But I think we're rock and roll raced out. What do you think, Dunk?
I think we've rocked and we've rolled and we've raced, and I don't know that there's much else to this game.
Nope. This is basically it. More complex tracks. Eventually there is like a hovercraft, and they have crazy like ball shooting weapons that trace people, and it's all kinds of a mess. And if you have anything other than a hovercraft, you're screwed because the whole planet is like ice. So it's basically like, you've been doing really good up to this point. Well, now I'm going to flip you a giant bird. Struggle until you can buy that new car. But anyway, rock and roll racing, super fun game. If you've never played it, you should. It's really strange with the isometric view. And ActionSofa out!